preparations have gone well. We've had a good fortnight since the semi-final against Cracklow, so all systems go ready for Sunday.
Yeah, you mentioned there, Ger, you had that 2-point win over Cracklow in the semi-final. Newtown were obviously well tested against Thurles Stars in a day up to now. You obviously had the 2 games against Lismore as well in the Waterford County final in October, but are you happy with the amount of match practice you've had in comparison to Newtown?
Yeah, I suppose, our first priority was the county final in Waterford, and as you say, we won it after a replay, so it took us 10 games to win the Waterford Championship, so we're not lacking in match practice, but again, I suppose after the county final we had a bit of a break, and there was some local under 21 and some minor championship matches to be played as well, so our preparation was very fragmented for the game against Cracklow, and lucky enough we survived that game. We didn't play really well. So we're just glad to be in the final, and the last 2 weeks have been good. The conditions, I suppose the weather conditions have been pretty poor, Rick, so it has affected training. But it's all systems go. Looking forward to Sunday. We'll have no excuses on Sunday.
Yeah, how big is this game for Ballygunner, Ger? It was obviously a first county title for the club since 2005 last month. So would a Munster title just be a bonus, or is it much more than that?
It's a Munster Championship, Paul. Some people say in the club it may be a bonus this year because they wouldn't expect it to win a county championship. But when you get into a Munster final, you're there to win it. They've a proud tradition. They've been there before. They won the title back in 2001, and some people have said, as I said, look at it as a bonus at this stage. But the players are very keen, and they're actually very much up for it.
Yeah, now, Ger, Newtownshandrum, the opponents on Sunday, a club you know all about, obviously. What kind of a challenge are you expecting?
Oh, it's a huge challenge for us from our point of view. Newtown have been, they've been hugely impressive in the Cork Championship. They actually, they've got better and better as the season went on, and it seems to me that they were very fired up to win the Cork Championship. They've been. Some people in Cork have been written them off, and I think they were very motivated to come back and try prove to people that they were good enough and still good enough to win the Cork Championship. And since then, they've had 2 very tough games. Like their game against Thurles Stars was a cracker, great game, and did very well to win that. And the game against it, they're the same. So we have, rightly so, they're favourites. They have it all. They have some great players. They've been on top for the last couple of years. They've been thereabouts. It's probably the ultimate challenge from our point of view to take on Newtown. But we're hoping for that we're ready for a good performance.
Yeah, no, we've been speaking to Gerry O'Connor ahead of the game on Sunday as well, Ger. He says you'll know pretty much everything there is to know about Newtown, but I'm sure they'll have 1 or 2 tricks up their sleeve as well. Oh,
you can be well sure of it. Newtown at this stage, they do a lot of research on their opponents, and these things don't just happen by accident, Paul. That they're successful, and I suppose I'm in a position in Cork. I suppose I know a lot about them, okay, and but don't have any doubt they'll know our game as well, and they'll have researched us as well, So I don't think I know him.
and of course, Newtown defeated your own club, the Bars, on the way to winning the county in Cork as well, Ger. So I'm sure there'll be a few people around Toker supporting you in Ballygunner this weekend.
Yeah, I would hope so. It's not point of view, but at the same time, I'm meeting a few people as well who are saying that they can't support us because, they'll support the Cork team as well, So it's good banter, it's good bit of crack around the place, and we're just hoping for a good game now on Sunday.
Yeah, no, there seems to be a lot of similarities between the Newtown and Ballygunner teams, Ger. Both have a core of experienced players with some good young lads coming up as well, so it should make for a very intriguing game from that point of view.
Yeah, Newtown have their big stars, as we all know who they are. But they've also got 8 or 9 other quality players, that have probably played with Cork at different levels in the last couple of years. And I suppose we'd be quite similar as well. We'd have the 3 or 4 experienced guys, and then we're backboned by 8 or 9 who are young guys who are coming through their own situation. They've been successful with De La Salle in the Hartley Cup and the All-Ireland Colleges. So, the hurling is on the up and water, from the point of view of the young players. So, you're going to see quite a lot of good talent on display on Sunday. And if you couple that with some of the experienced players like the O'Connors and Hartley and Paulson, and so there's some great players on view on Sunday. Yeah, no,
one of your main men on Sunday, I'm sure, Ger, as you mentioned, there will be Paul Flynn, a player we know all about, obviously. He still looks very, very dangerous, especially from place balls. How big a player is he for Ballygunner?
He's been a huge player for Ballygunner, for the last 14 or 15 years. He's given Ballygunner, tremendous service. This is my first year working with him, and it's been great. He's, I really, I suppose, have only realised since working closely with him how good a player he is. He's got a fantastic pair of hands, lovely stick work, lovely pair of wrists, and he is a great player, and he's been very important to us this year, and when the going has got tough, like when we've needed him and needed scores, he's come up with the goodies. So we need a good performance from Paul on Sunday, but we need a big performance from all the other 14 players as well, and plus any subs that may come on, because it's probably the ultimate task, as I say, for us to be facing Newtown and Munster. So it's a big ask for us.
And of course, it is your first year with Ballygunner, Ger, and it's obviously gone quite well up to now. How happy have you been with things, and how much have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been great from the point of view that they're a great club. I kind of went in my I didn't really know much about them. I just kind of knew that they were a big club in Waterford and had been so from that point of view, it's been a good year. We've had a lot of success. We've won the minor. We're in the under-21 county final, and we won the senior. So it's been great. There's a lot of young talent coming through. Probably, as I found, I suppose the fact that they don't play football to an extent has been made it easier to concentrate on just hurling only, compared to, as you say, with the bars, where you may have to play hurling and football, at a very high level, and that's quite difficult to juggle at times. So the year has gone quite well, and we're hoping to finish it off on Sunday with a victory.
Yeah, now just getting back to Sunday's game, Ger, obviously a lot of rainfall over the past couple of weeks all over the country. It'll be interesting to see how the pitch in Thurles holds up. That's obviously going to have a big impact on the game.
Yeah, the conditions have changed from the last couple of weeks compared to when we played our county final, and when obviously Newtown played our county final. Things have changed big time. But you would imagine and you would expect, obviously, Thurles, it's like the pitch and the sod is always very, very good there. So the last few days have been quite good drying wise, and maybe the pitch will dry up a bit. But I don't think the pitch won't be an issue or a factor. Okay, it's changed from what it was, but it'll be the same for both sides, and hopefully we get a good day on Sunday.
Yeah, just very finally, Ger, it's a Munster Club final, obviously two of the most successful clubs in the province over the past decade. I'm sure it's a game you're looking forward to, but are you confident?
Oh yeah. You have to be confident going out there. As I say, we have it all to do. It's a 50-50 game. We're quite confident in the players that we have. But it's a big ask to get a big performance, and we will need a big performance on Sunday. Obviously Newtown, as I say, they're the favourites, and the favourites on merit. But we're hoping to give a good performance on Sunday, and if we give a good performance, we have a chance.